Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
The Cardinals taking over, and they do so behind the #1 overall pick in the draft. That's Kyler Murray out of Oklahoma. Rare talent indeed. First man to be drafted in the top 10 of 2 sports, baseball being the other. He's got his work cut out for him. The Cardinals trying to rebound from a 3-13 campaign.
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. You ain't going nowhere.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. He finds an opening past the 40. Touchdown, Cardinals! David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Rams under third-year head coach Sean McVay. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 15 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie third-rounder. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. Now Bortles. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft,
and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Michael Crabtree with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 20, 10, touchdown LA. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Now Greg Zerline on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Good job, D. Good job.
And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
What I've always liked about Michael Crabtree has been one word: strength. Strength in route running, strength in body, strength of hands. If that ball gets near him, it's hard to get it away from him, hard to dislodge it. And I think that's why he's starting to have more and more success in the NFL. If he's even close to being open, he comes down with the football.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Nikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long, dumping it off for Johnson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is taken around the 12. Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, switch gears, switch
Yo,
gears.
yo, yo, cheetah, cheetah. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Ready, ready.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. We'll look now at our starting defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Watch the pass.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Big hits off the
30 base.
check down.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Throwing is Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, screen play, Johnson. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. They also noted that he's really comfortable in this scheme. It's like his days, his college days at Northern Iowa when he was part of a team that based out of a shotgun with a running quarterback. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, but now it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Bortles and the Rams going to come up on a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. Bortles now to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run it with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Bortles to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That one goes for 24 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. To throw again on second down. Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's going to fire. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Murray, and he's going to go down again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they...
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our halftime report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Chris Carson has a touchdown run. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Sam Darnold leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Joe Flacco with 2 touchdown passes there. In the game you've been watching, it was Blake Bortles with a strong first half throwing the football. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 3 yards there to begin the 3rd quarter. They also lead by 3 points. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Bortles. That's taken in by Henderson. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
Yeah, he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. This will be caught by Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Malcolm Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Johnson jostles free. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A good rally to the football holds him to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get them enough yardage for the first down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun to give to Henderson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Crabtree with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Back now in Los Angeles, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 2nd and 10, Bortles. That'll be caught by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Brown. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like bodybuilders in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Here's Johnson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. He finds his man Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
94. Pilot, 64. Read. 5.
2nd and 5 now. Bortles. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. Bortles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Henderson. They find some open field here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the 45 on 2nd down, Bortles. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the...
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Malcolm Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. And the catch made by Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, that's going to be caught by Kirk. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Murray. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
1st down, Murray. Complete. It's Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again on second down. Murray. Johnson, the intended target. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Check, check.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Let's go. Hit it.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Arizona,